Yeah. Knowledge nature revealed nothing. What do?
Ooh, that dance though.
I'm gonna start doing detect magic around the area to try to, and like excluding part of it, doing this part to try to single out exactly where the magical area is, or if it continues for a while, or that kind of thing.
It does seem to be in pretty much just the area Shiana's last footprints are. It's pretty much the only spot you can detect that aura. It's very, very strong, but it's also very, very small.
I can't figure out what kind of spell this was. Does anybody else have detect magic prepared? Actually, yeah, I haven't called. I'm gonna call out. Hey guys, Shiana's missing, and
I'll
something
down.
magic happened. Well, to him.
Yeah, Crag is the only one who's not down here.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to go down and I don't have detect magic, but I do have quite a high knowledge arcana. I could attempt.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna ask. Does anyone have detect magic prepared that they can figure out what it is?
I don't have detect magic, but I have a spell that I can read magical things. Does that help?
No, doesn't.
I can light a tree on fire with my flint and steel.
Also, would not help and would take quite a while to do.
I have
Yeah,
something
flint
I
and
can do
steel
that
trying to
much
light
more
a tree would
efficiently
suck
and much
ass.
easier.
Like, especially in a live
To light a tree on fire would still take quite a while.
Yeah, and the
'Cause
live
you still have
tree
to-
is very, very damp.
Yeah,
That's why you have to let firewood dry out, or it, like trying to catch that shit on fire.
But
is
still light it up more efficiently.
Slightly. The longer process would be building up a big enough fire that it would then catch the tree, which you would still have to do.
Like start fire.
Well, it is hollowed out.
Partially.
We're also going way off topic.
Yeah,
There's-
missing Shiana here.
I come down. I do not have detect
Which I
magic,
think
but I will
pretty
see what
much
I
every
can
party
do.
member is somewhat attached to Shiana in some small way. I think.
I tried to put her.
My character is actually infuriated at the missing wolf. 30, exactly.
Knowledge Arcana?
Yes.
You know all the spells it could have been. But with no further proof, you can't say.
I will mention it seemed to be a very powerful spell.
Okay.
Which is working.
I have also mentioned that it could have been that lady that took interest in Shiana.
Well, you said witch at
Well,
first, and there was
problem-
no way that...
The problem with rolling a knowledge arcana check for this type of thing is it's not how knowledge is. You can't just look at the ground where something used to be and know automatically which teleportation spell or visibility spell or whatever did it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like it doesn't like that roll is fantastic.
Oh, then casting detect magic wouldn't be shit either. Then.
Detect magic it gives you the information that lets you make that check.
Yeah, detect magic lets you make a check to know what school of magic
Like
is
it's giving you the evidence of what spells happened where that lets you make that check. Making that check offhand is pretty much it would pretty much be me going into the kitchen, looking at a puddle and saying, I wonder which person in this house spilled this, and only looking at the puddle to discern that is what making that arcana check kind of is.
If your intelligence is high enough, you would know though.
Not necessarily.
You could guess.
Yeah, you could guess. That's all he
You
can
could make
do.
an informed...
He can make a pretty informed guess. So,
But as someone with that high intelligence out of game and knowing the spell list pretty well, there really are a ton of things that could have done this.
Yeah. But I
Okay,
am...
so we're wasting time. Let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. No, I can't do shit.
Yeah.
Done.
Like, let me go ahead and check knowledge arcana just to make sure I'm not making rules up. But
That's a good idea.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to start yelling.
Because I never waste the slot with detect magic.
I'm going to start yelling in Infernal. Shiana! Where are you? Where'd you go, girl?
It just sounds ghastly.
Oh, yeah, it sounds terrible.
Peanut butter.
Yes, it would be thing about it.
Would identify help?
Identify
No.
what?
No.
Or is that just the spell identify?
Yeah.
Yeah, identify is more for like a physical item. It's like, or like identifying, like, oh, this seems to be like some kind of. I mean, if it's magic or not, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure how the spell identify works.
I've got a hunch
Okay.
I don't like. Just an inkling of an idea.
Okay.
Some giant hawk stole your look.
I'm thinking a god might have.
Just in time. Just DM time. God.
Now, it says you can identify auras while using detect magic, identify a spell effect that is currently in place, identify materials manufactured by magic, or identify a spell that just targeted you. You can also identify the spells cast using a specific material component.
While you're there, the identify a spell just cast on you, does that take an action?
Doesn't say.
It says it somewhere else on the page.
Action, usually none. In most cases, a knowledge check does not take an action.
Okay.
Well, we lost our tank.
I'm gonna start walking in the direction that the prince were going and looking for more of them just a little later down while also still yelling for Shion. That's a... what is that?
I'm going to lay on the ground where Shiana was laying.
Okay.
In depression.
I'm gonna follow Falky.
It's a 9 survival check.
9 survival check, you do not find any more tracks.
I'm gonna roll.
Are you going to roll to help, or are you going to roll separate?
I'm gonna roll separate.
I'm going to walk around the tree and see, because this is a pretty wide tree.
What do I add to it?
Survival. If you don't have survival, then it's going to be wisdom. Damn, that was a good pickup, too. Aw, taken down right after it, though. But at least they stole the ball.
19.
19? You do not find any tracks either.
I'm going to get up and furiously walk over there.
It's like you people don't know how to look for tracks.
I'm pissed off that I didn't notice the wind because that would have been a good clue too, but
25.
You also do not find any tracks.
Hey, Bobber.
Yes?
I remember hearing you talk about some wind in the treehouse. What the fuck was that about?
There was a strange wind blowing.
Was that metagame?
Just a bit.
kinda, yeah.
I mean, it would be if this came up right now when, like, he just said it. That would be absolutely.
Yeah, but she was in the treehouse when the weird wind was mentioned.
And then nothing. Until someone else said it out of game.
It's true, but it's not exact. Her character's not exactly using information that it didn't already have. She's thinking about it because of something that happened out of game. I don't know. Is that?
It's kind of right in line.
Yeah, like it's kind of metagaming, and then again, it's kind of not because her character did have that information.
Mm-hmm.
It's just her she didn't think about it in game because she wasn't thinking about it out of game. Something out of game made her think about it.
But in game, she might have been thinking about it anyway. So it's
Yeah, but he just came up to ask.
It really is riding the line. Y'all can take a vote on that one if
I don't care.
Yeah, that's like.
It's too much work.
Go ahead then. Yes. Go
Yeah.
go on.
As I asked. Wind.
Wind. What was up?
I explained that there was a type of wind.
It definitely sounded like more than. What did y'all roll for those perceptions?
I rolled like a 16.
16
it wasn't that
and
great.
15.
Yeah, I rolled one more than him.
Y'all both. You can say it. You rolled a 19 on a knowledge nature. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that to you, more than anything, that wind sounded very reminiscent of a very large wolf howling. But not Shiana.
So I was right.
They would have seen GM at the right time.
What did I do?
Oh no, I'm saying it's very convenient that the gods decided to come back for the wolf at this particular time because GM bullshit.
Well, of course.
But that's all.
Like
That's completely it.
I'm going to say that it's.
I mean, it does make sense that it'd be a time when she's alone. I can see that happening.
Oh yes, I'm just saying then.
To be fair, y'all don't leave that dog alone very often.
Yeah, this was
the first chance I got.
after her.
So he's been trying to do it for a long time. So he's been waiting to do this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got it.
So now you know that information. Both of you know that information because you're both there when he said it. What are you doing right now?
I was scouting around
Okay.
the tree, so I'd probably be on the other side of where they were talking.
What's
All
really,
right.
Because if this is a redwood, it is a very big tree.
Oh yeah.
what's really annoying is I'm inclined to just ignore that as him having wolves on the brain. And I'm not smart enough to make the connection that out of game I've made.
What's your character's intelligence?
11.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is barely the cusp of average. Like that's
No, that is average.
No,
It's
I mean,
the higher end of average, but it's average.
That's what I said. It's slightly above average. Like on the very slightest spectrum.
Like,
Yeah.
were you not an adventurer, you'd probably be the manager of where you worked.
That doesn't say much, though.
That
Yeah.
doesn't say much, though.
Yeah,
I was a
man-
very good manager, you asshole.
Well, no, I'm just
Not
saying.
everybody is.
Like, do you know how
I can
you know
vouch
how
that.
easy it is to get to a managerial position in McDonald's? I've talked to managers at McDonald's.
Be willing to take the job, I assume, is about it.
That's about all
Work
the.
there 2 months. Be willing to take on the responsibilities. Done.
Yeah.
That's about all it takes.
Until you get to higher up areas.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah, but it's...
for Waffle House where things can get dangerous. It's you gotta have at least high school diploma.
Even most of the GMs weren't that intelligent. I have to say,
Oh.
I met one intelligent GM.
You have, as a goal manager, I mean, you just have to keep track of all the other
Their job is to make sure the store doesn't burn down.
It's a stooge that commands other stooges. It's just like any other chain of.
Alright, so
Really fucking sucks.
for my smart characters, you can give me a passive perception.
I mean, my
He's like,
perception...
I didn't know peanut butter did that. Peanut butter's never done that before.
So passive perception.
Passive perception.
Okay.
Passive as in take 10, not roll.
Oh, take 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
He runs towards
Wait,
peanut
what?
butter anyway, whereas that would
Add
be
10 to
where
your
you get
perception
peanut butter jar
score.
on the
Don't
shelf.
roll it.
Yeah,
Oh.
passive perception is just what you do
13.
on your own. 13,
17.
17.
Yeah.
21.
I have gems for eyes. Don't.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
21. And I can't... Apparently.
what did you make a passive perception? What's your intelligence?
My intelligence? Oh, my adding intelligence, not wisdom. Okay, that's good.
No, it is...
No,
no, it's-
he's asking for a separate thing.
My intelligence is 17, not adding the modifier.
17?
See,
Yeah.
You are
She's
the
the most
smartest
intelligent.
character.
I think we figured that out before.
Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is the
God.
second time we've
It was just
realized
banished
it.
from our minds as being completely nonsensical.
Yes, Luna's character.
Well, but what is the wisdom?
Wisdom? 13.
So she's got.
onside kick.
Still above
Up, though.
average.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think she's got lower wisdom than everyone else, but she's got higher intelligence than everyone
I'm
else.
loony, but smart.
She can recite every book that y'all have ever read.
Tweets and shit.
However, she also thinks it's a good idea to dive down random rabbit holes.
And set fire to whorehouses.
Oh yeah. To be
Hey,
fair,
that was a glorious
everyone
idea.
was on board with that one.
And follow a random sheep. Which
Well, why
is
is it not a good idea to set a fire?
But so yes, all of the, and what was your passive perception?
11.
11. You don't notice this. The other two do. You notice that it is now
Yeah.
pretty damn quiet.
What?
You notice it is now pretty damn quiet. All you can really hear, like, you didn't really notice any noise before. It was just kind of ambient. Now it's a lot quieter. All you can
It's
really
just
hear
dead
is,
silence.
you can hear the water. You don't hear any
What the
birds
hell,
anymore.
dude? That's it.
See that? I
would
would've-
Smack.
would my character know that that is a?
I guess you
That
can
is a
notice
folk-
it, but you wouldn't think about it too hard. Or I guess that's more of a wisdom thing, wouldn't it? I don't know. If you have
It depends on what conclusion you're trying to keep me from reaching.
What you yelling about?
I slammed that again.
Ah.
So it's my own doing.
if your passive perception is at least
Okay.
13, you can hear the silence. You notice that it's silent.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm rolling for a knowledge nature.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah, he's still.
I'm a failure,
Not
so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so did the wind just stop? Like, did all
Yes,
all
like you-
sorts of like?
Like you heard the wind blow weird, and then it stopped blowing, and now it's just quiet, except for the water that you can hear.
But I mean, was there still like a small breeze when we got up? Like, was there like has like all sorts of wind? Just vanished?
There is no wind currently, but it wasn't necessarily a windy day. So it's not.
But across a plain, one would normally like get hit by like occasional breezes.
It's
Did it just stop completely?
You would notice over a couple minutes at least.
yeah. I guess, and it has been a couple minutes. The wind it seems unchanged currently. It's not very windy, but it's still blowing.
So
Okay,
natural.
so-
wind.
Yeah, like natural.
So
wind.
all natural things like birds and like insects,
Well, no,
and things, like everything has gone quiet.
Just the birds and the bugs. Yeah.
So just wildlife has
Yes.
stopped.
Yes, wildlife has gone quiet.
All right, I'm going to start.
Which I could attribute to something very powerful happened and they sensed something and scattered.
Yeah, I'm going to get around the tree and just casually. I was like, "Has it gotten quiet to any of you? Just a little too quiet?"
I actually failed the game. I'm just
I mean,
like, you're saying, ooh, spooky.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, I came around like a long corner and I have a flask in my hand. I mean, I'm
What a crazy old man.
What?
In horror
the
movies.
quote that's
I'm about your age in this game.
in this game.
Which is about 90.
I'm just
No,
thinking about horror.
it's
I think
around
you're
like
at-
we're both around 80.
I'm 76.
So close.
Yeah, I'm 77. So
All right.
I'm
Oh,
going
maybe.
to roll perception to see if there's anything around
I was
us.
just thinking you were like the
No,
old
I
man.
I
the
fail.
Old men in horror films.
It doesn't matter.
What?
You rolled a 3.
Your perception is apparently pretty high. That's
Yeah,
still at
it's-
least a 10 or an 11.
Yeah, it is pretty high. Hold on.
Yeah, I think that's a 10.
But yeah, I was just saying that you were like. the
Yeah,
guy in
that's a
horror
10.
films.
Yeah, see, and 10 is
Classic
generally the
thing.
baseline for things.
Do-do-do-do.
So,
Oh.
what are you looking
Why
for
would
in
we roll
particular?
that in the horror?
To see if
Because
they're
that's what the
to
character
notice
is
like a
crazy old man.
presence or like something extremely powerful around us.
You don't notice anything different other than the fact that Shiana's not there
I don't
and
watch many.
it's a lot quieter. That's about it.
I'm gonna be looking up and down because I just realized, you don't look those directions much, so I'll look around for anything, either of those.
You know, it's pretty funny. It's if you found something
Got a
up or down,
13.
if you found something up or down,
Roll the 2.
I don't know. I can't say that sentence correctly. You see.
That's the second 2 I've rolled on perception checks.
You see no birds in the sky. You see no. I mean, you see the ground. Pretty okay. That's right
Normal,
below your
though.
feet, but
Yeah.
everything looks normal except for maybe there are no birds in the sky.
Wait, usually what God's touch in the mortal plane kind of emanates a little bit. I'm going to. I guess I wouldn't know that information.
Yeah.
You can roll.
Well, no, I was going to say to like, I don't think you did tell me that the wolf was, godly, right?
She said that her grandfather was a god.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember. I was like, I know she was magic, but I don't know if I knew she was godly.
You did. You made the knowledge check to begin with. You were the only one that knew for a while.
I think I'm the only one who doesn't know.
And
you do technically know, you just don't believe it.
And real quick, sidetrack, I'm sorry, but I want to point out, Luna, there were like 3 times where you were trying to figure out what language I was speaking to her.
Yeah.
And I had told you from the very first time that it was Celestial. So your character found this out like 3 times.
Oh.
Across 3 different sessions that I was speaking Celestial to this wolf.
Oh.
I just wanted to point that out. I'm sorry.
But so I would know that the wolf was a descendant of.
Yes,
you know. So I'm going to ask you, the holy woman of the group, as like, so. What all do you know about, insert deity?
I don't think y'all ever knew who. Y'all just
you told me. I was the one it was the very beginning. I rolled a high enough Arcana check to like.
You just
know the exact.
And I finally talked to her and found out. She finally told me.
Did she tell you his name?
Yes. We just didn't find out out of game because you didn't know what it was out of game, but I do know in game.
That's right, because I didn't have internet that time, and now I do.
But I do know it in game. So let's see what I know about her. Him or whatever.
That website too,
not much. That's an 8.
Total?
Yes, I rolled a 4. Gives me an 8 total. Now, as I said before, studying is not my strong suit. Knowing things is not.
I wish I had knowledge of religion.
Do I not have knowledge of religion?
You're a bard. You have everything. You have every knowledge.
Is it actually true?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bards can make any knowledge without it being trained.
It's also a very smart bard. So.
And later on, they can make. It may be like level 20 or something, but pretty high level, they can make any skill check untrained.
So that's crazy.
I asked him that, so you can act upon that on your own accord as well.
I'll just run it through my brain. It's like, oh, do I know about this? I'm a loopy, crazy, smart person.
And she probably won't say anything about it either.
No, she's helpful with her knowledge. Pretty much every time she's figured something out, she shared it.
21?
21?
So I mentioned all...
That was me. 21 to knowledge religion.
I'll mention the base things, like, well, they're the god of the hunt, they're,
And then she comes in, she's like, oh yeah, I read a book on this. It tells you everything. And you just kind of...
Well...
Weren't you born in a lake?
I can still do studying. I've traveled for a while. Since you know I'm going to die soon.
Oh, and before we go into that, I have no idea how long this has been going, but I'm
and I was
going to
thinking
cut
I'm
it
going to
here.
die.
So.
Early.